Welcome to the Mudcat Report, community news, politics, and culture with a local twist. Here's your host, owner and publisher of the Gazebo Gazette, Hunter Dawkins.
Good afternoon. My name is Hunter Dawkins, and I'm the host of the Mudcat Report. This is the 27th episode of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community News Podcast, sponsored by the Gazebo Gazette, Harrison County's independent newspaper, the Beau Rivage Resort and Casino, Nine Toes Brewing Company in Pascagoula, O'Dwyer Realty Agent Stephanie Mankiewicz, Joseph Kelly's Attorney at Law, Coast Casual in Pascagoula, the Insurance Barn in Gulfport, the Mississippi Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo happening this July 4th weekend, and we're always in the U.S. Marine Inc. studio. I'm here with my wonderful producer of the show, my good friend, Jeff Clark. Jeff is a well-accomplished, award-winning journalist and the director of the Harrison County Senior Services. How are you, my friend?
I'm well, Hunter. Happy to be here. What an exciting day for you to be doing this from the MML. That's a great thing. You know, wherever I've lived, when I was working in newspapers, where it was Columbus, Tupelo, whatever, city council, elected city officials are always happy to come down to the Gulf Coast and go to the MML. And now that I've lived here for, several years, I understand why. Like, what a great place to visit. There's so much to learn at an MML and so much to do, so many people to see, but I'm honored that the Mississippi Gulf Coast gets to host it.
And actually, that's absolutely right, Jeff. It's the theme. Our theme for the day is the 2027 Mississippi Municipal League here at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and Convention Center in Biloxi, which this is the second day we're going through. It's been a lot of classes, a lot of good learning and things as such. And we've run into some good people here from, Pascagoula, one of the former alderman, at least for a long time in Pascagoula, who is the H2O representative, Anthony Hall. And we really want to sit down and not only himself, but another alderman too, that is currently an alderman from Pascagoula, and talk a little bit, get a little bit of discussion about what this event means, not only to the city, but of course with Mr. Hall being from the coast. Is there anything you want to say about that so far, Jeff?
I think it's no secret to anyone who knows me of how much I love Pascagoula. If I could live anywhere, I think Kirk Kimball said it yesterday, and I agree with it. If I could live anywhere in the world, I'd live in Pascagoula. I live right where I live on Davis Avenue. It's my town. It's my adoptive hometown. So anytime anybody's going to talk about the past, I'm always happy to hear it. So we'll go to our first commercial break, and then we'll get to our special guest. We'll be right back.
Nine Toes Brewing Company is a Gulf Coast destination for craft beer, great food, and interactive entertainment. Enjoy a rotating selection of small batch brews, a menu of comfort food favorites, and state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring world-famous courses.
The Gazebo Gazette is Harrison County's only independent newspaper, publishing news from Gulfport to Bay St. Louis every Friday. Hi, this is Hunter Dawkins, owner of the Gazebo Gazette. If you're looking for local news without the hassle of sorting through story after digital story, log on to thegazebogazette.com.
And our first guest, we have I believe it was 16 years that you represented Pascagoula or Ward 3 Alderman. Am I correct?
Incorrect. 17.
17.
I finished 1 year for the former Alderman, Michael Antwine.
Okay.
And then they had the election for a full term.
Okay.
I did 4 full terms, which make it 17 total.
Well, the very honorable Anthony Hall, who is also now the H2O representative across the coast for, I believe it's water and sewer. Am I correct, sir?
I guess they give me a title as water director.
There you go.
So I actually currently run the wastewater treatment plants in Pascagoula and DeLille. That's the one that Buck used to go into.
Yeah.
And I maintain both of them. And
big time money right there.
It's real nice. And recently the company has started a partnership with the Gulfport School District, where we're actually teaching seniors
Oh,
how
nice.
to run the business and how to do it. So soon they graduate, they have opportunity to come work for the company as well. So we're opening up this year for other school districts. Hopefully Pastor will get some of his students in the program as well.
Absolutely. That sounds like a plan. Talk to me about this event. And I know how you've been coming for quite a long time. I'm sure, the 17 years plus the years you've been, here just as a representative H2O. What does this event mean to you from a business perspective?
Well, it's always about networking, finding out ways that you can better serve and help your community. The classes that they put on, they give you the tools and things to better go back to your city and help your city. Now that I'm on the other side of it, I know both sides. Now, as a representative HCO, it's my part of my responsibility to talk to some of these cities to see if our company could help them in any kind of way, whether it be on public works side, running their public works department, or running their water or sewer treatment center. So it's sometimes when we come in as a private company, we might be able to save the city some money, whereas some things that the city has to do, now the responsibility is on us. So it's ways that we can help one another from a city and a company standpoint.
When you have individuals from, let's just say, the city of Biloxi or the city of Gulfport come around, what do you guys offer them that, you exactly wouldn't offer somebody else from, just a local customer? Or is it someone that you follow the same guidelines?
It's the same guideline, same package. We focus on creating a partnership and partnership in a way whereas we take some of the responsibilities off the city. When you start dealing with MDEQ or Mississippi Health Department, then you contract us. That responsibility becomes our
Wow.
So therefore, we have to know the rules, the regulation, what to do, when to do it, when not to do it. So therefore, that's a big help to the city because then if something happened as far as a violation, the city don't get it. It falls back on us per the contract. They hold us responsible for that. So we have to pay that fine instead of the city having to pay that fine.
What's the important steps you think y'all are going to be trying to do? I mean, if there's something new that your organization is trying to make something happen, at least from where y'all been at. If there's anything that you offer new or something that you are trying to get more and more cities involved in.
Well, I think the biggest thing now we got our company has a new membrane filter that is used for filtering whether water or sewer, which is making it safe. It don't require a lot of land to do that. I mean, we can put it in the middle of town where there's all kind of business, and you won't even know that it's a treatment. It don't even have the odors or none of that kind of stuff. So that's another thing that they're pushing now throughout the company wise. Our base company out of Canada.
So talk to me too about, you'd mentioned earlier about Buc-ee's. What does it take with y'all's organization to be able to put something in for that? I know there has to be a little bit of discussion about procedures and this, that. and the
So
other.
what happened when the Buc-ee's discussion first started, because we're contracted with Harrison County Utility Authority.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Marlon Ladd and all them sets on the board for Harrison County Utility.
yeah.
They looked at the plan off of LaBuie and said, do it have enough capacity to be able to handle what Buc-ee's going to send to us? Because they estimated how much flow based on the number of bathrooms and things that, so they knew about how much flow Buc-ee's was going to be sending to the treatment plant. So based on that, they determined, yes, we do have enough flow in order to handle the Buc-ee's flow that they're going to be sending to us.
Sure.
And so it's like anything else, any plant, even Pastor Stan, when it reaches 80%, 85% capacity, MDEQ requires that there be some type of study going on what we're going to do to upgrade it.
Well, that was another question too. The good segue on that too. How much of, before MDEQ gets involved, what's the ratings? What's the level?
It's the capacity. It's when it reaches about, usually with when it reaches about 50, 55, okay, you need to start looking. But when it reaches 85% capacity, it's one of those things you can't add no more houses, no more nothing until you got the room to be able to handle it.
And that's going to help at least create new subdivisions based on what you're
But
talking
you
about.
can't have that new subdivision if you don't have the capacity at the treatment plant to take it. So it stops that subdivision from being built because you don't have the capacity.
Now, tell me about that. Now, I know you have conversations with these cities that come up to you and they're, trying to create subdivisions and things like that. Do you let them know, okay, well, this is what you need to have, at least from?
Not on my end. That's above my pay grade.
Sure.
We have engineers
That
and
do
people that do that type of calculation and studies. I mostly focus on the operation side of it.
Okay.
So once it's done and it's built and it's upgraded or whatever, then my job is to operate it to make sure it meets the permit requirements
Sure.
that's set by MDEQ and EPA.
Final question for you. What does this event mean to you? I mean, just coming around here, seeing friends, people that you've known for years. How do you feel every year you come to this?
I love seeing all the old friends that I met over the years when I was on the board and I came to these conferences. But at the same time, it allows me to have a good relationship with them. That way, if for some reason they thinking about contracting their public works or their water, they already got a contact. I'm the man.
Well, we thank you very much for not only for this, but for your service, City of Pasquotank.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right.
Looking for trusted legal guidance on the Mississippi Gulf Coast? Joseph Kelly, attorney at law, has been serving the coast since 1993, helping families protect what matters most. From estate planning to securing your legacy, Joseph Kelly provides experienced, personalized legal services designed around your unique needs.
Looking for insurance coverage you can count on? Call the Insurance Barn, a professional agency since 1959. The Insurance Barn writes all-in-one policies and offers coverage for homeowners, fire, flood, commercial property, auto, boats, motorcycles, plus wind and hail protection.
Now, we are here with the Alderman 2 from the City of Pasquotank, Joe Piernas. Mr. Piernas, you were in elected office before Katrina and all the way through a little bit after Katrina, and then you won recent in 2025, the election, to bring yourself back here. What does this event mean to you? Coming here, being a part of this, just talk to me about what this means to you, at least, and what you guys are learning from the city.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what it means.
What I learned when I first got in office, the mayor then was Billy McDonald. And Billy called me to his office a day after the election. He said, look, you want to be a good, effective alderman for your town. He said, go to the event called Mississippi Municipal League. And it was being held here at the Coliseum in a couple of weeks. And
Before the convention center, right? Or did they even have the convention center?
it was
Not that I mean to interrupt you, but I was just.
It was at the convention center.
Okay.
It was here. Yeah, it was here. And I learned a lot. I learned about how to city finance, how that works, Mississippi laws, a lot of things that I needed to be a good alderman for the city of Pasquotank. And I attended every year. And we had here at the summer convention, and when they have a midwinter convention in Jackson. And I attend those. But I take basically, and what you do is you take training classes and you get a certification. Mississippi Municipal League Certified Leader is what they call it.
And if you don't mind discussing with me, you don't have to get down to specifics, but discussing with me about what avenues you guys are looking for to improve in the city of Pasquotank.
Things that I look for is coming in and finding if there's any special grants up there.
Yeah.
Special grants for the infrastructure, special grants for anything that we want to do in the city. And so what I do is I come here, I get the update on the laws, Mississippi municipal laws, legislative laws, because most of them take effect July 1st.
Yeah.
And I try to take that back to the city to say, hey, this is opportunities for us. And you build networking. You meet a lot of people. You meet your legislators. My biggest ally in Jackson was Richard Bennett. If anything ran across his desk, he figured it'd be for Pasquotank. He was sitting to.
I'm sure. Well, and that also too is, we had spoken with Mr. Hall before, previously Alderman Hall. Do you guys have, not only yourself, but the mayor and things as such, do you guys have any contact with individuals and organizations like that? So that way you can maybe find some grants, some other things to be able to go about.
Yeah, yeah,
know, so-
definitely. What you do, you also build yourself a network of people.
Yeah.
You know, the elected officials throughout the state is here. And what I do is to build a network. So if there's something we want to do, and I know they did it in Hattiesburg, I'll call, I know people up there, the elected officials up there, I can call them. Instead of reinventing the wheel, what you do is you build a network. And you was able to call on people. It was really, really good for me when Katrina hit us and we lost everything. And I had elected officials throughout the state calling and saying, hey, what can we do? How can we help? So that's important.
Especially
It is important.
getting those business cards and things like that.
Exactly.
That being said, as far as, can you walk me through some of the things that you learn in these, like an Open Meetings Act class or something that helps bring you back to what maybe you need, something that the city needs to work on, not necessarily you.
Part of being a part of this MML, they also work with Mississippi State University.
Yeah.
And they print out the state laws.
Wow.
Laws for the municipalities and the counties and stuff. And we all get a copy of it. So that we can see, we can look it up ourselves to see what the law specifically states on how to conduct a meeting, how to publish meeting notices and stuff.
And are there contact numbers associated with
Yes.
those, so you can be
Yes.
able to contact these people just if you have a question about something,
Yes.
this way or the other?
Yes, Mississippi State Extension Services. And there's an individual that you can call and point you in the right direction. And it helps you to be a better alderman, representative for your town. It helps you be able to go out there and find out what grants, if you want to fight, like one of the biggest things we talk about is sidewalks on North Street.
Yeah.
And I've got some good contacts for that today, good avenues to be pointed to going toward MDOT, to try to get some grants. And we don't have to do all of North Street at once or wherever it's going to be. We can do it in phases.
That being said, using that, I know there was some time between, when you served as alderman, between, how much have you learned differently from when you were previously here and how different now?
Well, one of the first things I did when I got reelected, but actually before I got reelected, was I brought myself up to speed on the changes in the laws. How the laws have changed. 'Cause I was out 12 years. And I know the laws have changed. So I'm here learning. Anything I can do better. I mean, times have changed, things have changed, the way you do things has changed. And I want to make sure I'm up to speed. So I'm doing the right thing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, just make sure and keep us as a whole, keep us out the ditch.
How many people would you encourage? I mean, these would not only recently elected, but people that have been for years. Is this something that you would encourage every year, future aldermen, city council, things
Yes.
like that to go
Definitely.
to?
Definitely. They have sessions for the aldermans. They have sessions for the city clerks. The mayors have a special session that they can go to. But yeah, I encourage everybody. If you have intentions of being an elected official or an elected official, this is the place to be. You need to be under this roof.
Good deal, good deal. Well, is there any way that we can contact you or the city just to find out the information on what's going on and what you guys, all the grants that you guys are looking or searching for?
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, do you have that? Was it 33310 or 452 the city hall?
3300.
There you
I'm sorry,
go.
3310.
3300.
3300
I was
police
right. I was
department.
right. There you go. There you go. Well,
Yeah.
anything we can do for you, let us know, Alderman.
Same here.
If you are thinking about selling on your own, maybe ask Steph. If you would like to talk to Stephanie to help determine your next steps, call today at 228-563-0471 or call her at the office and ask for Steph at 228-452-4242.
United States Marine Inc. knows what it means to show up strong. Your grit and teamwork inspire us every day. At USMI, we cherish our family, and our family includes community and you. USMI builds the baddest boats with pride and coastal toughness.
We gratefully appreciate you listening to this podcast. Thank you again, Jeff. We want to thank all the sponsors, including the Beau Rivage Resort and Casino in Biloxi, Nine Toes Brewery in Pass Christian, O'Dwyer Realty Agent Stephanie Mankiewicz, Joseph Kelly, attorney at law, Coast Casual in Pass Christian, the Insurance Barn in Gulfport, and U.S. Marine Inc. Jeff, this is a great event. We had a lot of fun here and definitely trying to get as much information as possible.
Yeah, man, it was great. Great guest. Glad you're able to do this. Like, it's really cool for you to be there with our guest on video at the Coast Coliseum and Convention Center, man. It was awesome.
Good deal. Make sure you check us out on YouTube under the Gazebo Gazette Productions, or to follow us on thegazebogazette.com, where virtually the podcast will be posted later on next week, as this will also be on facebook.com/The Real Gazebo Gazette. Jeff, I know we want to promote that YouTube as much as possible, and this will be a great addition having this event for us here. So
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be doing more of it in the future for sure, you know.
Thank you, sir. And on X, you can follow us at Gazebo Gazette as the handle. The Mudcat Report is also available on all podcasts, including Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music under the Mudcat Report tag. Signing out, this is Hunter Dawkins, as the host of the Mudcat Report. Now you know the rest of the local story. Good night.